Welcome to Betty's World, where I make different scenes out of either Lego or Sylvanian. Today I'm going to be using Sylvanian and I'm going to be using the pizzeria. Well, you know that I've got a dog Esther, but just a few days ago we got another doggy named Moses. He's so cute and he's only 9 weeks old, and Esther and him are getting along just fine. It's adorable. Well, let's get started. So I'm gonna let you go, Moses. Say bye to everyone. He's ready to leave. Bye, Moses. Okay. So I've got a few stuff here from the pizzeria, and I think I'll use most of it, but not all of it. I'll also use some stuff that aren't from the pizzeria. And the pizzeria is fairly new, and I don't know. Some of the stuff I've got here is pretty. Well, I'll start with the big stuff. Woo! Something just fell. Okay, so I've got this little pizza topping maker thing that I'll show you here. And it's got all the toppings, so it's got shrimp, it's got basil, it's got tomato and mushroom. And then, of course, the Village Pizzeria, that's the chopping board. So I've got that, and then I've also got this wood fire pizza oven, and it's actually really detailed. Look at that, that's really cool. It's got a little thing here so you can hold this thing. So you can put that there. And then I've also got an oven. This does not come with the pizzeria, but it is one of my favorite pieces in Sylvanian because of all of the little trinkets on it. Okay, so I'm gonna add those big stuff, and I think I always put this here for some reason. It might be because of the shapes. So I'm gonna put that there. Oh, does it not fit? Okay, guess not. And this keeps falling out. So I think I'll put the topping table maybe over here. Yeah, that's a good one. And the oven I can put over there. Okay, that's pretty good. And for the small stuff, as you know, for the food fair, we used the pizza. We used some pizza. We had a small pizza set up, but this is going to be the more detailed and more focused on pizza because this is the pizza setup. Okay, so I'll just get all of the stuff that we need on the inside because we're also going to do some stuff out here. So just getting all of that there. Okay, so you've also got these things that you can put pizzas on, and I think you can also put them in the oven, and then I think you put that on here like that when you take it out and put it in. So I might just do that, and I'll angle it a bit to the side sooner if he gets whacked by this handle, huge handle. Okay, and maybe for the oven, I've got this cooking pot that is very small, and it's so cute. This doesn't come with the pizzeria set, but I thought it would be good because if any of you know, I love bread, and focaccia is a type of bread that I very much love. And you usually cook focaccia in this type of pan. Is that what you call it? I don't know. Well, I've got some sand here, and I'm going to be putting a bit of sand in this pot to make it look like focaccia because once it's cooked, it's kind of like a brownie, golden brownie color. So I'll just fill that up, and then I've also got this. It's kind of like the pre-pizza stage. It's just the dough. So I've put a bit of sand here. Now I'm also gonna put that pre-pizza there, and I'm also gonna sprinkle some sand over the top of it as well, so that it doesn't just look like that. So just a little bit of sand will be okay. Like maybe a bit more. So this is what it looks like so far. Don't know if you can really tell. There we go. And I think I'll put that on the oven. You don't usually cook it on top of the oven. You usually cook it inside of the oven. So I think I'll actually put that on the inside of the oven. But before we do that, it's time to see my nails and earrings. So my earrings are very fitting for this episode. I don't know if you've already seen them, but I've basically got pizza earrings. They are so cute. Look at them. They're pepperoni pizza. And for my nails, so they're basically pizza as well. So it's yellow with some rose gold sparkles. So it's like ham on pizza. So that's it for nails and earrings. Let's keep going. So as I was gonna do, I was gonna put the focaccia in the oven. And I've got to be very careful not to spill any sand. Of course I could just pour it back on here, but I'd prefer if I did. I'm gonna leave that open so you can kind of see it. And you can see it, so cute. Okay, and maybe I'll just put the lid on top of the stove, because the lid can be on a stove burner, a burner when it's not on. That's what we usually do at home. Okay, that's good. And maybe I'll put one of these on there. And maybe the rolling pin. So for the bread setup in the food fair, that was actually a different rolling pin. I don't know if anybody cares about this, but I just wanted to point that out, that different rolling pins come with different responsibilities. I don't know. That was Moses. He agrees with me. So I'm just gonna move the sand out of the way. Okay. And I've actually got some pizza slices. Can you see that? There we go. And I think I'll save that for like the plates in the outside world. I might put the pizza cutter there as well. And maybe, yeah, I was thinking maybe I should put a different pizza inside of that, but there's not really room. So I guess these are all going outside. And I also think this is, I think I should add a scale to this. I don't know why, but it just seemed pretty pizzeria-ish. It doesn't come with the pizzeria, but I think it's a nice touch. Okay, anything else I should add there? Maybe this little board. This does come with the pizzeria, and I'll put the pizza cutter on it. Okay, any more stuff to go inside? Maybe this as well. I have no idea where I got this, but I know that it's Sylvanian, and I'll add that on there as well. Okay, so maybe we'll start on the outside now. I've still got some dolls to add, but I've got this table that does come with the pizzeria, and I just love the detail and the color that's on it. Look at that, that's so cool. Okay, so I'll put that there, and I've got the barbecue seats, as you've seen from food there. So I'll add that one there, and this one there. And so these things I've got, and they're to put stuff on, but I've also got a clear one, and not long ago I realized that they can go like that, and I just find that so cool. So I think I'm gonna add a pizza in that, like that. So I've got this pizza that I think I'll add. There we go. So I'll put the metal one on bottom and the clear one on top, and I'll put that on in the middle of the table maybe. And maybe I should also add a dessert. Maybe I'll put that to the corner of the table, and then I'll add this. I actually don't know what this dessert is, but it looks very delicious. So I can tell you've got a bit of cream here, but I'm not sure what this is. Maybe mousse? Maybe? I'll add that one there, and I've also got another pudding. I know that this is a Christmas pudding. Look at that. That is so cute. Look at all the detail! Okay. Sorry, I love Sylvanian, if you haven't realized yet. Okay. So I've got some dolls, and then a few more pizza slices. Maybe I'll just put a pizza slice there, and pizza slice here and there. And okay, so we've got the table set up, but now it's time for Random Thing I Own. So I'm sure most of you know the card game Uno. You might pronounce it Uno, depending on where you're from. But in Cambodia here, you can get quite some interesting things. So end up having mini Uno. So look at that. It's probably a quarter of the size of a regular Uno card, and you can actually play with these. And you can just get these at like the local market or whatever. They've got all the cards, like +4s, all the colors and numbers, all of the skips and +2s. So cool. And I think they've also got the color, and I'm not sure if they actually have the reverse card, but you know, this is just, I find it so cool. You can actually have a real game, and I think it's so cool. Like this video if you know what Uno is, or if you'd like to try it. Let's get back to it. Okay, that was a very delayed sentence. That's fine though. Okay. It's a bit harder to close the box when it's smaller. Okay, there we go. Let's get back to it. That's how I say it, Elizabeth. Betty. Okay. So this is what the table looks like so far. And I think it looks pretty good. I'm not sure if this is from the pizzeria. I think it might be, but it's kind of like a wooden spatula. And I think I might just add that on there. Because you know how you can get those little triangle spatula things to like get the pizza? I don't know. I usually use my hands, but some people use those. Okay, so now I've got some of this sort of homey stuff, like some books, some baskets, a pencil, a baby bottle. I don't know, I might use that. Oh, that looks very old. Look at that. Okay, that's probably as old as me. And some more books. So, these pencils are adorable. Look at that. They are so tiny. They're about twice the size of the nail polishes from Salon. And you know what's fascinating about these type of books? You can actually put the pencils inside of them. That's so cool. And then I've also got some just regular books and some baskets. So I think I might add these so that, you know, the kids can read and stuff. And okay. There we go. So I've got that one and this one. They don't exactly fit, but I think it's pretty good. So maybe we'll put those under the menu. There we go. I've also got a violin stick in this bag for some reason. Like, why do I even have that? Because I don't think I even have a violin. Oh well, okay. Let's keep going. So, I've got this light here. I think it did work once because it does have an LED inside of it, but it's very old, like I said. And I'm gonna need some blue tack to secure this to the roof. And I was thinking, and I think I'll probably put it here. Probably put that there. So I just need the blue tack, which is right here. And this is not sponsored. This is not sponsored, but blue tack is very helpful in my household. So I just need a tiny bit, but enough to secure it. So I've got tiny bit, and it does say on the packet that if you stretch it and play with it for a few seconds, then it lasts longer and it doesn't go stiff. But I don't know if that's true or if that's just for advertising. Okay, so I'll put that on there, and I'll attach that to the roof. That spot's like perfect for this. Again, this did not come with the pizzeria, but that looks adorable. Look at that. That makes it a lot more homey to me. I love that. Okay, so wow, this video is going by very fast, but I think I'll add this pizza on there. And before that, I think we should read the scripture for today. And Jesus said in Matthew 4:4, "Man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God." So that's not really a literal phrase. It's kind of like a metaphor. So it means that your spirit gets hungry not for literal food, but for God's word, which is also God's food, if you wanted to put it that way. So you need to read the Bible so your soul doesn't get hungry, and that's when you kind of get all grumpy and sad and empty. So yeah, that's what it means. So I've got one more pizza in here that I can't really fit anywhere else, and this one's got a really cool texture to it because it looks like somebody's grabbing the pizza or it's like floating midair. Look at that. I like that. So I think I'll add that in the oven as well. I think I'm going to try to do that. Okay. So, wow friends, this video is going by very fast. So now all we need to do is just add the dolls and then we're done. Okay. For the dolls, I've got, this time, last video was actually the mum giraffe. This is the dad giraffe. He's got a little giraffe print on his pocket. It's cute. And then the two giraffe babies or toddlers. That one's got binoculars. This one's got camera. And then I've also got, this is one of my older dolls. The giraffe's pretty new actually. A bunny. This one's very old. And I don't even know how old this one is, but this one's a cat. I don't even know if this one's available anymore. That one's a cat. And also, this is probably one of the oldest ones I've got. It's a dog. I think it's supposed to be a Labrador, but my old dogs, the real ones, like real dogs, not Sylvanian dogs, got this dog, and that's why this one's kind of got a bit of missing fur. But let's just say that that's cheese on his fur, okay? Shh, don't tell anyone. Okay, so this is the dog. That's the cheese. It's cheese. Okay. Okay, so we've just got to add those, but I think before that, we should actually look at the photos of Esther. So, again, she's 5 years old, but this is when she was really young, like just a year old, and that's when we were looking down at the pool at our old apartment, and oh my goodness, she's so cute. And this is, again, at the apartment, but I think we just come back for a walk, and so she looks a bit tired. That's adorable though. I love that photo. And this one, I think I was kind of annoying her. Like she's kind of got a crazy face on, and I've got a crazy face on as well because I'm wearing a glitter mask, and I think she was kind of like, what is this human doing? And the last one is actually a video. Oh my gosh, so cute. Love it. Okay, now let's add the dolls and let's keep going. So this is from the beach setup, but I'm gonna use it as for one of the giraffe babies. I've got to decide who owns the actual pizzeria, and I think maybe the dad giraffe should, because he's got 2 kids, maybe he can help him, and I think he should be working on that table, and then his kids can be inside as well. Like, I'm just debating where I should put these. Maybe this one can be taking photos of the focaccia, telling the dad how it looks so far. If he can stand up. Oh look, that's so cute. Okay, and maybe the one with the binoculars can kind of be like spying on the ones outside. Okay, that's so cute. Okay. I don't know if you can see him. Oh, yep. There he is. Okay. So I actually don't think I need this whale. I was also going to add some swings. This is not Sylvanian, but I do love them. But I actually don't think that there's any room. So let's keep going. So every single time when I add the dolls, you've got to be more careful turning it because their legs adjust, kind of like a Barbie doll, like this, like this, so they can easily like fall over. So maybe these two can be friends and they can be having lunch together. So I'll put the cat, the one that's bigger, on this side. So actually, with the animals that do have tails that are long, I usually wrap this around so that they kind of stay easily. So I've done that, and hopefully she'll stay a bit easier. Okay, yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, now let's add the bunny. Cool. Okay, got one more doll to add. Maybe he can be looking at the menu. Okay, maybe he can be standing up. Maybe he can be standing up. Yes! Okay, well, that's it for this video, friends. I hope you liked it, and I'm just gonna do a turn so that you can see all of it. Well, friends, bye. God bless you, and see you next time.